Hello, Royals. Welcome back to my podcast, All Things Extraordinary with Kish. This is episode 5. Can you believe it? We're 5 episodes in already. If this is your first one, please go back and listen to the others, because the Stuck Places series that we just finished, that one, listen, that series is life-changing. And all of us have a stuck place, and we need to get out of it. It is my pleasure to announce the new series of this podcast, Fixing Crowns with Kish Johnson. Yay! Wow! I am so elated to have come to this moment in time. Please allow me, gentlemen, to have the ladies for a moment. I still want you here because I will need you to share this to every girl in your life that you care for. Your daughters, especially your daughters, please share this with your daughters. And I want you to also share with your wives and your mothers and your sisters. Because I'm about to do my life's work by fixing crowns. What do I mean by that? We're not a part of the royal Buckingham Palace family. No. But I believe that every woman is royal. Every woman is queen of her own. A new word we're going to figure out today, what the meaning of this one is. My guest will be sharing with you about the queendom. So women, we all have one, and she will explain. We are royals. We wear crowns. We wear this honor, which represents our worthiness and our value. And sometimes there are issues in our lives that causes this value to shake. It causes the crown, which is our worthiness, to slip. Sometimes they fall. Sometimes another woman comes by and yanks it off. And so what we need to do as women is resettle the crowns, replace the crowns, and to help each of us to remember our value and worthiness. So that's what this episode and this entire series is about. When we say fixing crowns, we're trying to fix the things within us as women that really needs fixing. So I am really excited today to let you hear the conversation I have with the beautiful and lovely and bubbly and exciting Extraordinaire. First episode that I just started to introduce what we'll be talking about, I said we'll be fixing crowns and we'll be talking to each other about getting out of stuck places. I never had those in my notes. Those just came right. And
yes, I love organic conversations that just flow. I totally do. So that's awesome. I love it.
And guess what? Here I am on Facebook. And knowing that I need to build this content for one of my early episodes, because I already announced it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking who will help me to have this conversation. And a lot was happening. The queen is passing. So now we're talking about royalty. And I don't know if you saw Women That Weren't Loose recently, the conversation with Rita Jakes and her daughter. They were talking about crowns falling off. I'm like, wait a minute.
Come on, Lord. I did not see that one. I just saw her. She's trending right now because her dad just passed the baton.
Passed the baton.
Yes. So that's my girl. I love her.
I love her. I'm a part of the delegation.
Yes.
So we're going to go up for her.
Yes, for sure.
I know she got this.
For sure. Oh, yes, she does. Man, I love her too. Like, she definitely is one of my inspirations just with like my brand and like how I'm a woman of God, but I want to be my authentic, real self. And, and I just love how she's like, listen, this is me. I'll be a little ratchet, but I'm me. I have no, like, she just is in her truth, but she's just like, but I'm on fire for the Lord. And I'm like, that's me.
Yes. So you actually, I just reached out right away because I'm like, what is she talking about? I'm obsessed with crowns. I've been wearing some like this out here obsessed with crowns too. And So crowning, I need to talk to this.
Oh my God. So listen, I have to be transparent. When you first wrote me, I'm like, because I get so many spammers and people just like not really wanting to work. So I'm like creeping on your page, like, oh, okay, she's legit. She's legit. Okay, how can I help? But yes, I just think it's awesome. I was like, come on, crowd.
Come on, all right. So glad you said yes. And just for those of you who are listening to us, I am just meeting Davina for the first time, and this is what human connection is about. And this is how the Father works with us. When He gives us a mandate to do something, He provides, He connects the dots, He puts us in each other's way, and we can't say no because something tells us, don't say no, you need to go. And that is how easily we're able to fulfill our calling if we just get ourselves out the way and trust it.
Yes,
So
for
I
sure.
want to welcome you to All Things Extraordinary with Kish. This is a podcast that seeks to transform the lives of women. I'm also a personal branding consultant. So if you're looking to build your personal brand, you want to stay tuned to this talk show because I believe your personal branding starts with you as a person. And so there's a lot of professional development and personal development that you have to do because as my business coach always says, people don't buy businesses or products or services, they're buying the person. We talked about Sarah Jakes Roberts. We love her because of how she shows up and how we resonate with her. So whatever book she's selling, we're buying it. Wherever she's at the conference, we're going because we're buying into the calling that's upon her life. So tell me, tell our audience, who is Davina and why are you out here divinely crowned, wearing this beautiful crown, and why do you want to fix the crowns of women?
Yes. So, yes, my name is Davina. I am from Erie, Pennsylvania. I am a mother of two, I call them world changers. I have a 10-year-old, well, almost 10-year-old girl, Ramaya, and a 7-year-old boy, Rodney.
Right.
And yes, so I'm a single mom. I am the founder and CEO of a brand called Divinely Crowned, which is on my shirt. I
Wow.
started Divinely Crowned in 2018. And it is pretty much a lifestyle brand that encourages women to have self love and confidence through faith, lifestyle, and fashion. I believe that all women are queens in their own rights and their life is their queendom. So my slogan underneath says crown for the queendom. I believe that each woman has their own queendom, but we all are made up of this one queendom that comes from the Father. We are all God's daughters just walking in our own queendoms in our own life. So I am a confidence, lifestyle, and style coach. So I offer that type of service. I have a website called Divinely Crowned that is pretty much the hub for all things self love, self care, faith, fashion inspiration, music inspiration that gets you in the mood to just love yourself. I am an inspirational speaker. I host guest. I'm a guest host. I offer guest host services for different people that may be looking for a bubbly, positive, energetic person to host their events. I also have merch. So I also sell Divinely Crowned apparel so that when women wear my apparel or wear Divinely Crowned apparel, they can just be reminded that they're queens no matter where they're at. I even have merch that is like you can wear, anybody can wear. Like some of my items don't have the slogan because I do believe at the end of the day we are all royalty in some way, and some of us just have to tap into that. So why I started this brand is because growing up, I had really low self-esteem. I was always very positive person. I wanted to be the light to everybody, but there was always this like, who am I? Like, I'm not good enough. Am I good enough? Like, I don't see myself as good enough. And it wasn't until I had my daughter, like I said, who's now almost 10, that I was like, okay, I have this little girl that's going to look up to me. And I want to make sure I'm the best, best influence for her, best example for her. So that's kind of like where things started, among other things that were kind of going on around me. But I just wanted to like create a space that not only was going to help me grow as this confident woman, but also inspire and encourage other women to do the same.
Wow. So
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
it. You said you're a confident lifestyle coach.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Listen, that is something very powerful because we're going to fix the crown of a woman tonight losing confidence.
Oh,
And
yes.
talk about where that started.
Mm-hmm.
We want to figure out, where is the crown, sis? Is it still on? Is it still on? Is it lopsided? Is it falling off? Did somebody hit off your head? Are you even aware that there is a crown? When we talk about a crown, we're talking about your value, your worthiness, and you being aware of it. Just as you can see, this crown is an extra accessory. So your value is the same. People can see it.
Yes.
Explain to me what it means to be a confident lifestyle coach. What's your why?
My why is because I did not have confidence, and I realized how many women don't truly have confidence in who they are. And I started seeing that as I was growing this brand, by just how people were always like, I wish I was like you. I wish I could do what you do. I wish. And I'm just like, listen, this is like, you can do this because I did it. Like, I'm somebody who did not have confidence in myself. I was not secure in who I was, even my appearance and things like that. And I'm like, trust me, you can do this, but it starts with you and what you believe in yourself. So I always knew I wanted to be a life coach, but as I was researching like the type of life coach, because I've always been a person that wants to, like, I've always been a person that attracts people, and people come to me for advice. And like, I've had people tell me like, you always had this like nurturing spirit about you. But like, I realized as I'm like, okay, so what kind of life coach would I want to be? And I realized like, oh, I want to be a confidence life coach because I do see the brokenness in women, and the brokenness from so many different things. And I have things from my past that had caused my confidence to be so depleted that was like, I had to fight for myself. And I want to take women along that journey and support them along their journey to fight for themselves and fight for loving themselves, and like you said, valuing themselves and believing that they are queens and that they are beautiful inside and out. Because like I said, I'm always hearing these things about me from people, and it's like, do you not know how valuable you are? Like, but I'm going to help you. Come on, sis. I'm going to help you. So that's my why, is just wanting to be a positive light to people. Like, I always say that since I was young, I just always want to be a positive light in the darkness. Like, that's one of my like favorite scriptures, is to be the salt and light. You are the salt and light. And it's like, I want to be the light in the darkness. So, and this is, how I created that.
Wow, I just got the chills right now when you mentioned that Matthew scripture, salt and light.
Yes.
The whole a series called Salt and Light on my in my women's ministry group last year, and I reached it again this year. And the conversation that I just had, the episode we just finished, the guest brought up the same scripture that we are. I understand myself right now because it is such a clear message that we're trying to convey here, that we cannot fix the crown without helping you to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, Davina, what do we do with salt?
Ooh.
Tell me about salt.
Salt.
You have to break it down to me so they get it.
Man, so that's a good question for even myself, because I'm always focused on the light. But for the salt, for me, I guess I'm still trying to figure out what that even means. As far as, okay, Lord, I know you can be the light, but like, what about what it means to be the salt? So I guess, geez, that's, I don't know. to be honest. It just, I think,
Let's go in the kitchen for a while, okay?
yes, yes,
Do you cook with salt?
yes, you do. So it's the seasoning,
Every
the
time.
flavor. Every time.
The meat. Okay,
Yes.
what do you cook without the salt? And
Nothing.
even my son wants me to get butter salt because he
Yes.
likes the taste.
Yes.
So we can't make anything palatable without salt. So
Yes.
for you to be received by anyone, we need you to recognize that you're the one bringing the flavor to your
Yes.
group, your flavor to your church, your flavor to your job, wherever you are. You are the one making it palatable because you are
I love
salt.
that. I'm gonna start saying I want to be the salt more. I want to be the flavor in your life.
Okay? Talk to me about your favorite fries, okay?
Yes.
You know what? I love those waffle fries. If they didn't put salt on it,
The first thing you ask for, well, give me a little bit more salt when it ain't salty enough. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So with you saying that, in this journey of growing divinely crowned, when I first started, I felt like I was like, okay, what does everybody want from me? Like how, like seeing people give their advice, and it's like I had to tell myself, like, no. This is what you believe your vision for this is. And you saying the salt and the flavor, I'm like, just like I said in the beginning, like Sarah Jake, she's like, I'm real, I'm raw. And that's her salt, being her true self. And it's like, for me, that is what it is. It's being your authentic, real self to be able to connect with people, meeting people where they're at and saying, hey, yes, I may be at this point in my life, but there was a point where I might have been not maybe in your exact space, but I had experiences like you in the way I felt. So now let me show you like how I got where I'm at. Let me salt you up, but in your way, in your own way, to help you find your salt and your flavor and who you are, and you know, things like that. So I love that you said that. I'm definitely gonna be like, I really want to be the salt.
Wait, do me a favor. Your microphone, push your microphone a little bit away from you.
I'm a little loud. I'm loud on a regular basis. I'm sorry.
I am always told that I can't hear what you're saying. People are always like, and I'm talking. Even my husband will say, man, you're not talking to me.
Yeah.
I tend to have a lower pitch, so I don't mind the loud girls. I love it.
Yeah, I just turned it down. I turned down my mic. So.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got a big old mouth.
You touched on a great point there, because another way of looking at the salt, like you said, you bring your salt to my pot, all right? And then it just makes the flavor a little better. You teach me how to use my salt. So what Sarah is doing is activating all of us wherever we are, you know, to do what we have to do and to show up.
Yeah.
And so I love that tonight we're talking about the fact that we are salt, we're understanding how to use that. And as queens who are needing confidence, because I'm really trying to help someone, is because to even see other women who are doing something that you've always wanted to do, it affects you. You think they look the way you want yourself to look, and you don't look like that. You find yourself feeling jealous, or you have a kind of attitude. And I'm saying this because I've experienced it. And when you try to get down to the bottom of what's wrong, it's nothing. They don't even know why they have a problem with you. They don't even know what's bothering them. And I've come to realize that, there is a self-conflict and an unresolved self-issue where they're not showing up for their husbands. They're not showing out in certain spaces. They stay confined to a little zone because that's where they're comfortable. But put them outside of that, they are just afraid and scared.
Yeah.
How do you coach someone like that?
Yeah, that is a good question. I had a friend ask me that before, because I was like, I'll talk to these women on social media and it's like, hey sis. And then you see them in public and it's like, they're totally different. And I was like kind of offended, but like, it was broken down to me that like, listen, some of these women are insecure within themselves. And it's like, they see this woman that's like very confident in themselves, and, you know, they don't know how to deal with it. And so I'm like, why would you be intimidated by me? I'm like, this is happy, but it's like, no, it's what they're dealing with. So I am a big, like, I really try my best to meet people where they're at in that aspect. So when it comes to coaching, it's not a overnight thing. Just like I tell people, like with going to therapy, which therapy and coaching is two different things. But like I say, it's not an overnight thing. Like I've been working with a client for the last 8 months. And just now it's like, she's like coming into her own, and it's like
8 months. Wow.
8 months. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, but it's a process, and it's peeling back the layers of why you're insecure. What does your journey look like? Where did this possibly come from? Or what has made you put on a mask to who you really are or who you want to be? So like I said, I try with my coaching just to meet you where you're at from the beginning. Like even in the first meeting with you, it's about the connection and you feeling safe with me and feeling like a safe space. Like I want you to feel like you can take the mask off of insecurity and even just be real with me. Like, Davina, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel valuable. I don't feel these things. And me saying, okay, well, let's start. Where does that come from? Or what would you like to see happen? What do you want? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to feel like? And let me support you and help guide you to get there.
Mm-hmm. Those are good questions. And you have to go there with someone. You have to get them to the point of vulnerability, the point where they really confront who or what put them in the position that they're in. Sometimes it may not be someone externally, someone they know, but just the way they see themselves when they look in the mirror.
Yeah.
The way they speak. I remember somebody saying to me, I had a client recently, and she was expressing that I want a whole change of my personality. I was like, wait. She's like, I don't like the way I talk.
Oh.
She's saying that I'm loud all the time, and people feel scared of me. They feel like, she said, they're telling me, why are you yelling at me? And I'm like, I'm not yelling.
Oh, that's me.
But okay, so now how can we fix that particular crowning? We need to fix that queen, because you can be loud and rowdy, but not be intimidating.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that is good. I think, to be honest, so I don't think you can help that you're intimidated. Intimidating to other people. Like, just like I said, people tell me I'm intimidating, but I'm like the nicest person. But it's like, that's when it's like, okay, I'm intimidating because maybe I am loud and I'm very vibrant. And it's almost like you have to be okay with not everybody understanding that about you, and being okay with you. You have to be okay with you and what God gave you, that loud voice for a reason. Okay. Just like he gave you the soft, quiet voice. Like, he gave us these qualities in ourselves for a reason. And we have to be okay with not everybody getting that, and being able to be confident enough to say, yes, I'm loud, and I'm proud of it. And if it's something you feel like, okay, I'm loud, and sometimes I'm even like, dang, like, Davina, you're loud. That's something you want to just work on, and being self-aware with yourself. But when it comes to, I just feel like if people are intimidated by your power, then that's okay. Those aren't your people. You can touch them, you can inspire them from a distance, but it's just really about being confident and being secure in yourself to know, like, this is okay. This is a quality that she might even love. Like, I've been loud my whole life, and I've been told it. And there's been people that don't want to be around. And I don't mean to, like, I try to be aware, but it's like, this is my strong, powerful quality, and this is what makes me me. I've had people even say, "Oh, Davina, we knew it was you." Like, and that's a quality about me that I'm now like, yes. And that's a powerful voice right there. And it's going to change the world. So it's really just about being secure in yourself, regardless of what people think.
Was there a moment when you thought that you should change it?
There's been moments, like, especially if it's like certain situations with like, I'm single. So like if it's like a certain situation, it's like, oh my God, Davina, you're loud. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's not attractive to guys and stuff. But then I'm like, okay, this guy's good. If it is a guy that I'm interested in and I'm like, he's pursuing me and possibly ends up wanting to marry me, you're going to find out eventually. You know what I mean? But I also am like, yes, I've been told I'm loud my whole life. And either I can like make me feel insecure or like try to work on it. I try to work on it, but I don't know, man. I'm like, I done got my ears checked, whatever. But I think we always like, I think there's times when people are like constantly telling you something. You're like, okay. But I think that just goes back to being secure in yourself. And, you know, if it's something you feel like you need to change because you feel like you need to change it. And it's not hurting anybody or like, I mean, I know it could be offensive to be loud to people, but if it's not something you're like, oh my God, like I need to work on this, you know, because I think it's a problem, then, you know, just embrace it.
Embrace it. I like that. So again, you will know if it's something that you feel you need help with. And it's not just any aspect of your character is what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah,
any
for sure.
Character that you feel like this is really going to affect me in relationships and being a good parent or a good mom, then those you may want to have a therapist or a coach to sit and talk to about it.
Yeah.
But if it's not really affecting anyone and that's how you're comfortable, then of course you want to explore more of that and use it.
Yes, because I know that you were talking about a specific person, and it's like just even talking to her if she uses this, when she listens to this podcast, I just want to say to her, like, yes, use your voice because somebody out there needs that powerful voice. And somebody is probably just as much as people might say, oh, you're loud. Is there somebody out there that you bring joy to them by them hearing your specific voice? So just be proud of that and use that to your advantage, to be who you are called to be. Take that and use it to make a podcast or get on TikTok. I don't know what this queen's like path is, but I just want to encourage her to, you know, use that and make it turn into a good thing. As much as people might say like, oh, you're too loud, like show them wrong, prove them wrong, like forget that.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I love listening to her. She makes me laugh, and it's her thing that I love about her. It's, you know, that relationship I need in my life because it makes me happy. It feels something that I need to have.
Yes.
And so I did not know that she was having issues where some people look at it, but as you rightfully said, you're not for everyone.
Not for everyone.
Some people just won't like you, and that's all right. So I'm hoping that if you're struggling with your area of confidence, that we just fix your crown a little bit.
Fix your crown, queen. Fix it, queen.
And listen, this is something that we all need. I can really see that there is a flow going on from the entire universe. It's like I cannot go on social media and not hear someone saying something about a queen status or fix the crown. It's just been happening, and maybe it's God's way of guiding me to how I can show up at this time and fulfill my purpose, because there's too much going on where women are concerned. I'm tired of seeing women being brutalized. I'm tired of seeing women losing their children senselessly. Just want to offer some kind of comfort to a woman who is grieving a lot of pain right now.
Oh yeah.
Maybe your last part is there for you. And Davina, how are we feeling about the crowns of these queens who are grieving terribly tonight?
Yes. So I do want to talk to the grieving because I actually just left working for a grieving center for children and their families. And you're right. Not just the pain of the family, but the grieving of a woman, I think is so different because we do feel deeply. And sometimes we do not have that outlet or know what to do with it, because I feel like as women, we're supposed to be these strong, powerful beings and like resilient, and we're not always resilient. We're not always okay with being strong. And I just want to, and which I always say, especially to people that are hurting, is to just be gentle with yourself first and foremost. Be kind to yourself, and give yourself grace. Just like God gives us grace, you have to give yourself grace to know that you are allowed to sit in your grief and feel everything you need to feel, as long as you need to feel it. And if you feel like, okay, this might be too much, reach out, seek therapy, pray. I'm a big person when it comes to prayer, when it comes to praying about the people that come into your life. I believe that there's certain people, my community has grown, my tribe has grown because of my prayers. And I just want to encourage, the grieving woman listeners, just pray and ask the Lord to send you people that are going to help sit with you in your grief and just comfort you during these times, because community is important, especially during grieving, and pain and being in pain and when your emotions are heavy, so just, I know sometimes it's hard and you don't want to be a burden on people, but there's somebody for you out there that is willing to sit beside you and walk with you as you're going through your grief. And grief looks different to everyone. That's what I'm going to say too. Grief looks different to everyone. So don't let anybody tell you how you should be grieving, how you should be feeling. You are allowed to feel how you feel when you're feeling it. It's a spiral. It's a constant. Grief doesn't always go away. We just sometimes learn to cope with it. And you just figure out for yourself what that looks like and how you can continue to move forward in your life as you're grieving. And you do it on your own time. And like I said, just be patient with yourself and give yourself as much grace as you know you deserve, which is a lot. Some people don't think they deserve a lot of grace, and they to give themselves a lot of grace and have self-care, but you do. So just one step at a time, just continue to believe, like, I deserve to feel this way. I deserve grace, and I deserve to give myself grace.
Wonderful. And I know by grace, you're saying patience.
Yes.
You're saying time. You're saying the love. You're saying so much about just waiting through the process, wading through the process. That's what we are meaning by grace.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be quick and overnight thing. You're going to be crying. You're going to just have some meltdowns at random times. And just allow your emotion, your body to help you. If you have to cry, if you have to sit in a corner, however you do it, just get through it, queen. Get through that moment, and always open your mouth and ask for help. Davina and myself, we're here to help you.
Yes, for sure. Please.
A way to transform your life is to connect with people. As she said, that the right person will come. Yeah. And sometimes the one who you think should be the one won't, because they even handle your moment of grief.
Yeah.
They don't know what to say, so they go silent.
Yes. Which is more often than we would probably like. So that's why it's like, reach out to, like I said, I was in I worked for a grieving center. I know you're in Maryland, I believe, right?
I'm in Delaware.
So I know there's many places all over. And even if it's not just grief of a death, like grief of relationship, transparency, the last few years, I've grieved a relationship that it was hard. I was going through depression and everything. And like you said, I had to sit with that and cry, but I also leaned on people and was like, I'm not okay. So you have to be okay with telling people you're not okay and you need help. Ask for help. Please ask for help. Don't do this alone. Don't sit in your grieving alone. There's people that care about you and that will be there for you. And like you said, it might not always look like the person you want or be the person you want, but there is somebody out there that is going to, and like she said, we're here for you as well.
Tell us how we can find you, Davina.
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at divinelycrowned.com, Facebook at divinelycrowned.com, and then my website, divinelycrowned.com. Crowned is just with a D, not an ED. So at divinely and then crowned with just a D. And also, Kishana, I am also having a podcast as well called Divinely Crowned Conversations, where we're just having real, honest, open, transparent conversations about the journeys of building our queendoms, where we come from, where we're at, and where we want to go. So you can find me on almost all platforms, like I said, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook at Divinely Crowned, and on my website. You can email me at contact@divinelycrowned.com as well.
Okay, see, guys, you can't miss her because she's showing up everywhere online with one simple brand name.
Yes.
And a tip for you, personal branding tip 101. Just keep it simple for people to find you.
Yes,
don't be somebody else on Instagram, a different name on Facebook. There. It's not going to help you to grow your audience at all.
No.
Right?
Yes.
So I love how you're doing it. You're wearing the t-shirt. You are clear with your brand message.
Yes.
And people will know that, okay, she got me.
Yeah.
All right. So we're grateful for this conversation. I am honored to have hosted you here.
Thank you.
Your podcast is going to do well. What I'm hearing.
Thank you. So is yours. I'm going to have you on mine next. So get ready.
Thank you so much. But you go over there. I already know it's going to be exciting. It's going to be complicated. We've seen you go into, different aspects of your character tonight, and I love it. So God bless you for the work you're doing. You are divinely crowned.
Yes, and so are you, Queen. And I'm glad we got to both fix each other's crowns tonight.
Right. And so just let your children know that they have a new auntie.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Where are you located?
Erie, PA. So Delaware. I don't know how far Delaware is from here, but we'll have to connect. We're gonna have to. One of my goals. I would love to have a women's conference, or we take a bunch of us to see Sarah together or something. Okay, so
I was in Pennsylvania in Philly for her last event.
Oh,
you missed it.
I know. So actually, next year, my best friend she wants us to go to a conference in April. I can't remember if she's going to be at it or not. Travis Green's wife is going to be hosting it. Travis Green?
Yes, yes.
So his wife's going to be hosting it. So, yeah, but yes, we're connected now, honey. You can't go nowhere.
Really in neighboring states.
Yes.
Social media and about to make it be a real physical thing. Guys, we're encouraging you, queens, let us connect. We're fixing crowns this way. All right.
Yes.
This was one of the episode of Fixing Crowns with Kish. Thank you, Davina. Continue to divinely fix crowns, and I'll see you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye now. You want to share this? You want to invite someone? Say, hey, I think I like this show. Yeah. And I think I have something to contribute. I'm going to reach out to Kish. All right. And you can be my next guest. How about that? Awesome. And if you have an amazing testimony, any story that can really help queens here, let's talk about it. All right. Thank you, Davina. Have a great night. We'll talk soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.